Good morning, everybody. Week 21, this is actually an update. Kind of doing this a little early because I thought that the paperwork for the blood work was going to come back later than expected, but actually got the results yesterday. So one of the things that I wanted to do real quick was just kind of go over what the A1C is. Because as I mentioned, starting the project, it was a kind of losing weight, getting in shape, and the doctor mentioned that my A1C, which is blood glucose, was at the levels of a high threat for diabetes. So anything that is at basically above a 5.0, so like in a 5.8, so anything above a 5 point, well actually 4.9 is actually 5.0 is above, it puts you in a diabetic risk category. Means your blood glucose level is way too high. So I got the results back and actually brought the paperwork in. This way you can directly see. So the hemoglobin A1C, it's showing the previous result was a 5. Not sure if you can see that too well. But the previous result, which you see right here, is actually a 5.8. And the current result from getting my blood taken is down to a 4.8. So with it being at a 4.8, that means that my blood work is, as far as my diabetic risk category, is gone. So all in all, everything worked. Now, as much as everybody says, oh, playing video games are bad for you, vaping's bad for you, guess what? I just proved them wrong. I used video games as a way of exercise, as you've seen me do just about every week. I've used vaping to keep me off of a lot of the sugary sweets, the cakes, the candies, the pies. And right now, this right here just shows that the project works. Vaping, as I know you've heard a lot of people posting here and there, vaping saved my life, vaping saved my life, as far as smoking goes. Well, guess what? It actually helped me not just stay off of cigarettes, but helped me stay off of sweets. Helped curb the sugar craving. Helped bring my blood work numbers down from a high diabetic threat category to a normal range. Now, also one of the other things I wanted to show you was right here, hydrochlorothiazide, which is a blood pressure medicine. Lisinopril, which is a blood pressure medicine. These were medications that I had been taking for at least a good 2 years, 2 to 3 years before starting this process. I haven't needed to take them for over a month. And when I got my blood pressure checked, my blood pressure was within normal range. Even on a high stress day, which will increase your blood pressure, my blood pressure was 123 over 81, 82. I want to say 81, 123, well, let's play it safe, 123 over 82. So even with being under high stress that day and being exhausted, which will increase your blood pressure, it was still within a normal range. So playing video games for exercise, vaping to help kind of control my diet, curb my appetite, the project was successful. Now, if anybody wants me to keep going with this, I might still keep going, uploading a video every 2 weeks, maybe once a month, just to try and keep things on track. Not only that, but also a means to keep myself in check, so that way I can stay on a good progress, stay on a good path. In addition to that, I went from 305, which was what I weighed in the initial day at the doctor's office, to my last video weigh-in of, 305 down to 267. That, all in all, it's over 30 pounds. And it may not seem much, but guess what? When you're in your 40s, 30 pounds is a drastic change in how you walk up the stairs, how you walk from the house to the car, how you walk around the grocery store, how you walk around various stores, how you breathe, not only while you're awake, but also while you're sleeping at night. Snoring, still do every now and then, but then again, I have a deviated septum. But guess what? It's nowhere near as bad. It's not waking people up at night. So all in all, the results are definitely in the positive. This will also help destroy a lot of the false narrative of vaping's bad for you. Now, granted, not if you have never smoked, I don't recommend picking up vaping because it's definitely a smoking alternative. So I'm not saying immediately just, oh, well, I need to lose weight, I'm going to go ahead and do this. No, that's not what I'm saying. If you're a former smoker, yes, get off the cigarettes, switch to vaping. And this also disproves a lot of the myths and propaganda that the American Lung Association and the American Heart Association are putting out there. It's false. I hate to do this, but I gotta quote Trump on this. It's fake news. It really is. Because right now I am living proof that vaping does not hurt your lungs. Vaping does not hurt your heart. If I can come off of blood pressure medicine by using a nicotine, or as they say, an electronic nicotine delivery system. Now, granted, I'm using e-liquid that comes from a reputable manufacturer. I'm actually going to start looking into making my own just for personal use, but from a reputable manufacturer. Matter of fact, right now I'm running strawberry milk by the pound, and this company's been around for at least 5 years. Using this, it hasn't hurt my heart. It hasn't hurt my lungs. Not to mention, normally I get sinus infections 2 to 3 times a year. Guess what? And especially right around this time of year, haven't had one yet. Normally, when I try and do No Day Off November, just about every year I have failed to complete No Day Off November except for once. But this year, yeah, pulled it off. No problem. None. No problem. Other than a little bit of time constraint, but I still managed to get it in. So, vaping, not as bad for you as the government media wants to say. Video games, of course, do everything in moderation. And yeah, there's some games, really shouldn't play. You really shouldn't play too much. But all in all, video games is not in its entirety a bad medium. So here we are, week 21, over 30 pounds down. My blood sugar is back on track. It's at a perfect range, which was what they told me when they called after the blood results came back. All in all, healthier for it. So hopefully this has helped other people, for anyone who's followed me through the journey. For a lot of people who've helped. My wife has been there for me, helping me through everything. My son, even though he's a 10-year-old obnoxious little brat, he's been trying to help me through everything with staying on track and making sure I'm doing my recording, making sure I'm exercising. Reminding me, it's like, hey, you haven't had any sweets today. Nope, I'm good. So, and also, another huge help. I know I've been kind of promoting them a lot on this, but over at Lost Cloud Vapor, one of my local vape shops, they have really, really encouraged me through this. Matter of fact, I'll be honest, I think they're more excited to see the results. They'll be more excited to see the results of this than probably I was when I got the blood work back. And so all in all, when you find a good vape shop like that, stick with them. Because remember, I know some people like to order everything online. Some people like to go the DIY route. And like I said, I've kind of been trying my hand in the DIY as far as that goes. But no matter what, always support the local vape shops. Reason why is because if there wasn't local vape shops, you probably wouldn't have gotten into vaping in the first place. You probably wouldn't have gotten off of smoking in the first place. Because not many smokers are, oh, I'm smoking, I need to quit. Oh, well, let me go ahead and order this Geek Vape Legend with the Zeus tank and atomizers. They're not going to think about that. It's, oh, well, let me go ahead and order the Jam Monster Peanut Butter and Jelly Great Band Strawberry. No, they're not going to just immediately go to a website and start ordering. First thing they're going to do is they're going to see a local vape shop, they're going to walk in, they're going to try it. So remember, without a local vape shop, most people are trying to get off of cigarettes. For people where the patch doesn't work, for people where the gum doesn't work, for people where hypnotism doesn't work. If the local vape shop, standard brick and mortar, wasn't there, then yeah, they're going to be fighting to get off of it, and some of them are just going to end up dying from it. But let's keep those deaths to a minimum. But for right now, I know I've kind of run a little bit long on this, but like I said, this is the final result of everything, so absolutely good news. But I'm going to go ahead, sign off here. And like I said, I'm still going to probably do a monthly update, maybe bi-weekly, but we'll see. But this isn't the end. All right, everyone, have a good one.